What's up, everyone? Saintsfan back again with another GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2 question and answer video. Today, as always, I'll be going over some of your guys' questions on Twitter, and because Red Dead 2 had that pretty massive leak last week, that's why I'm sort of including it in this video. Now, the first question from Beastkiller, speaking of Red Dead 2, do you think that RDR2 will have a creator mode just like GTA 5? I'm sure a lot of those mechanics and features that are in GTA Online are going to make their way into Red Dead 2. We already got, well, somewhat of a confirmation from that leak that first person is going to be in Red Dead Redemption 2 story and online. And I would imagine the creator mode, the director mode, the Rockstar editor, all that stuff is going to be in the game. Now, they'll probably stagger it, so, like, at first, they'll probably only be a Team Deathmatch creator or something. But then, over time, I'm sure they'll do some other creative things. Next one from Lucas, do you think a Hipster Part 2 DLC or a Gunrunning Part 2 DLC will ever be released? I don't think they would call them Part 2s, just because if they made up some new name, I think that just gets people more hyped, because it's something they've never heard of. Whereas if they did like a Gunrunning Part 2, people will associate all the bad stuff with the first Gunrunning and be like, you know what, I'll sort of skip out on that. So no, I don't think there's going to be something called like a Part 2 DLC. The one thing that's interesting relating to the hipster stuff, some of the cars that we're receiving now in the drip feed, they kind of feel like hipster vehicles, or they feel like vehicles that could be in a hipster DLC. So I'm wondering if that whole hipster Part 2 stuff was sort of scrapped, and they're just releasing some of the stuff they worked on throughout the drip feed of this DLC, and maybe even the drip feed of the next DLC. It's just something I thought about that, we may look out for when the next DLC does come out. And Lucas also asks, do you think there ever is going to be a normal DLC again without all these crazy vehicles? Yeah, probably not. Unfortunately, that's the way GTA Online is, and that's what sells, Think about it. There's a reason why, relating it to like movies, there's a reason the big blockbuster movies make a ton of money. Like the Fast and Furious movies, there's a reason. It's because they're crazy. And that's basically what GTA Online is. It's all crazy stuff. And those vehicles, like the Deluxa, like the Oppressor, list goes on, they're so popular because they're crazy. And it's something different and unique and fun. You gotta remember that. Like, it sucks, I guess, for people who like the more down-to-earth GTA Online, but you gotta admit, some of this new stuff is so much fun. And that stuff costs a lot of money, so people are gonna spend some money on shark cards to probably buy it. So, yeah, probably not. I seriously doubt we'll get a DLC, like a normal DLC again. Although, I think Rockstar will do a good job of balancing normal stuff with crazy stuff. And I feel like the Doomsday Heist DLC showed that. It had the crazy stuff, but it also had a ton of really just normal cars and stuff. Megan, Rockstar said after the first set of heists that they would never do heists again. But they did surprise us with the Doomsday Heist. Now they say they'll never do a map expansion. But the map is old and boring. Do you think we'll get a map expansion anyway? Yeah, you can't really go by what Rockstar says anymore, unfortunately, because with a lot of things, not just them saying they never do heists again, with a lot of things, they said they would never do it, or they were going to do it, and they never did it. So what Rockstar says is pretty much irrelevant, which is kind of, I don't know, like, what other company can you say that about? It's Rockstar, man. Just Rockstar things. But one thing that's somewhat interesting, I believe in April of this year, in a couple months, that is the 10th anniversary of Los Santos, of not Los Santos, of Liberty City in GTA 4. GTA 4 is going to be out for 10 years. Been some rumors, some speculation that perhaps we're going to be getting a GTA 4 remastered. But what if it was even one step further, and instead of remastering the game, which would be nice, and maybe some people would go out and buy it, but what if they just remastered the map and made that the map expansion for GTA Online? That is maybe too crazy, perhaps, but imagine how awesome that would be. That's the only way I see a map expansion happening. I don't see them completely redoing like Las Venturas or San Fierro. That's just too much work in a game that's this old. Even though, yeah, the game's doing great, doing the best it's ever done. when Rockstar's making stuff, I'm pretty sure their whole motto is, how can we make the most amount of money with the least amount of work done? And that's what a lot of these DLCs are. I mean, Doomsday Heist was definitely a step above, but they take a lot of the stuff that's already in the game, a lot of the mechanics, and just tweak it, make it a little new, and boom, it's really popular and people enjoy it. But map expansions, that's a whole other thing. They'd have to make the textures all fine. They'd have to go into detail on little aspects that many people won't see. And that's why I don't think they're going to do a complete map expansion of something old like Las Venturas or San Fierro. But Liberty City wasn't too big of a map, and it was fairly recent. Like, it was their most recent, well, apart from Red Dead 2 or Red Dead Redemption 1, but it was the most recent GTA game. So they would just need to update it. And there's already been, you know, some people way a couple years ago that leaked Liberty City on GTA 5's engine, or in GTA 5's engine, looking a lot better. So that wouldn't surprise me if Liberty City came as a map expansion on the 10th year anniversary of GTA 4. That would fit along the lines of what Rockstar said they wanted to do with GTA Online in 2018. They want to keep updating it. And what better way to update a game than to add a new map? That would keep people happy for the next 1, 2, maybe even 3 years until GTA 6 does come out. So that's just my only thoughts on a map expansion. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Noah, do you think we're going to get a bad police DLC where you could have your own police officer or something like that? I hope not. If they do a police DLC, I want them to do it right. I want us to be good guys as police, because we're already the bad guys in every other possible way. So I don't hope they do a bad police DLC. Cookie Man is back. How will Rockstar keep RDR Online alive compared to GTA Online? They are very limited on what they can do / add with the Western era. They definitely are, but there are some really cool things they could do. One, that Battle Royale mode, if that's legit a competitor to PUBG or Fortnite, that alone could sustain it for years, because it's competitive, it's fun, and each time you play it, you get a different result. There's a different experience. So if they did stuff like that, that could alone carry the game for a while. But they do have some really interesting ideas. Look, if they want to go crazy, and we've seen them go crazy in Red Dead Redemption 1 with the Undead Nightmare DLC, they can make an Undead Nightmare 2. That's something that completely changes the way the game's played. If they want to go even crazier, and I don't see them doing this, but it is a possibility. They like to satire stuff. Well, one of the biggest shows in television out right now, or coming out soon, is Westworld. And Westworld is a future, or like the premise, it's sometime in the future where they have robots and stuff out in the Wild West. It's I'm not going to go into it. That's a horrible explanation. If you want, just Google it. You can figure it out. But Westworld takes place in the Wild West with robots, right? And if they wanted, like, if Rockstar wanted to do a really fun, creative, and just crazy DLC, they could make somewhat of a parody of Westworld, where I don't know, there are some future elements or something. There's some ideas. They may not be as crazy or as vast as the ideas for GTA Online, because, like you said, it's in the Wild Wild West. But there are still plenty of ideas that could sustain that game for a couple of years. Like I said, until GTA 6 comes out. Magni Mork, what do you think the story plot will be in Red Dead Redemption 2? I don't know much. I don't want to speculate too much on this. However, I seen one thing, and this, oh my god, would be incredible. Tell me this would not be incredible. At the end, okay? Whatever happens to your character, I don't know if Arthur is going to die or if he's not going to die, but what if they remastered Red Dead Redemption 1 and the, the epilogue, after the story's completed, you could play as John Marston before the events of Red Dead 1. How awesome would that be? I know that's probably not going to happen, but that would just be fantastic. If you could be John Marston and just go around whatever, the map is, you wouldn't maybe interact with anyone because maybe they don't want to do that or whatever, but just playing as his character in that setting would be such a fantastic way to tie both games together. But yeah, I don't really want to guess too much on the story because I kind of want that to be a surprise. And then the final question from Fuzz, as we're waiting for Red Dead 2, what are your theories on what the next Rockstar game will be? So this will be the question of the day. What game do you guys want after Red Dead 2? Do you want it to be GTA 6? Do you want them to maybe do one of those, or release one of those smaller games like Bully or Max Payne, like he says, or even Agent? For me, I don't know, man. I honestly have not really played many other Rockstar games apart from the GTA series and then Red Dead Redemption. I know I've heard Bully was amazing, I've heard Max Payne's amazing, but I've never played those, so I don't have as much of a connection to those as maybe some other people. But the one thing, that Agent game, you know, the more you read into it, it does sound very interesting. So I would sort of like that to maybe be released in between Red Dead 2 and then GTA Online 2 or GTA 6. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section. That's it for me. Thank you all for watching. Please drop the video a like if you did enjoy. Let me know your thoughts on that and also that whole map expansion conversation or topic. But thank you all, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.